During a tour, Trump saw a dormitory building with rows of bunk beds surrounded by chain-link fencing. According to Associated Press, Governor DeSantis and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said the first detainees could arrive Wednesday. DeSantis said Homeland Security has people in the queue. Noem said people can voluntarily leave the country to avoid ending up in facilities like this one. Once close political allies, their relationship became strained after DeSantis challenged Trump for the 2024 Republican presidential nomination, but the pair lately have been on good terms. DeSantis is at Trump's side as the president visits a new immigration detention center near the Florida Everglades. Asked to rate the relationship, Trump said, "It's a 10. Maybe a 9.9. He said a few minutes later that he and DeSantis had a little off period, but it didn't last long. Trump also said the Israeli Prime Minister is set to visit the White House on Monday for talks as Trump also steps up his push on Israel and Hamas to forge a ceasefire and hostage agreement in Gaza. Trump once again scoffed at questions raised by Democratic lawmakers and others about just how big an impact the operations had in setting back Iran's nuclear program, as demeaning to the U.S. pilots who carried out strikes on 3 key nuclear facilities. "We should celebrate these heroes," Trump said.
So I thought this was so professional and so well done that you should come and look at it as opposed to standing around and not knowing where we are. And we're just taking tours through the areas where they stay and the areas where the medical is and all. And they've really done, between Kristi and Ron and the whole group, it's really government working together. And congratulations to you two guys. But
we're actually going to test all of that here.
Is pretty amazing. Did they take the vote yet? How's the vote doing? I would normally be home waiting for the vote.
Yes, we would.
Or be in Congress.
Right.
But I wanted to come down and see. I hear the vote's going to be good. So you'll let me know. You'll let me know.
I will let
Have
you know.
they taken it yet?
What's that?
They're taking it now.
I don't think they're technical yet. Not concluded, but they are taking
Boy,
it.
wouldn't that be an upset, huh?
Are you confident that this can get through the House? And is there any wiggle room on your July 4th?
It's the greatest tax cut in the history of our country. And if it doesn't pass, it's the biggest tax increase in the history of our country. That alone, 68% increase, as opposed to a massive cut. It's the one in 20,000.
Yeah, we're working with the Department of Justice to see if we can prosecute them for that, because what they're doing is actively encouraging people to avoid law enforcement activities, operations, and we're going to actually go after them and prosecute them with the partnership of PAM if we can, because what they're doing we believe is illegal.
And they may be prosecuted also for having given false reports on the attack in Iran.
Yes.
They were given totally false reports. It was totally obliterated, and our people have to be celebrated, not come home and say, "What do you mean we didn't hit the target? We hit the target first." You know, the pilots came home and they said, "We hit the target first." So they may be very well prosecuted for that. What they did there we think is totally illegal.
Hopefully tomorrow, within the next 24 hours.
They have the doctors, they have all the professionals.
There's going to be a security sweep because there have been civilians here, so they will sweep this multiple times to make sure there's nothing can be used as weapons or any contraband. And then once that's cleared, then they'll do. So it's really up to Secretary. I know's got people in the queue, and so they'll be ready to receive.
Yeah, but this is an amazing thing that they've done here. Really
but listen, people don't have to come here. If they self-deport and go home, they can come back legally. We will let them come back legally.
And there is a lot of self-deportation.
Yes. But if you wait and we bring you to this facility, you don't ever get to come back to America. You don't get the chance to come back and be an American again and work.
Yeah, you stand here now as partners on this effort. How would you describe your relationship, and what future does Governor DeSantis have? Excuse me?
I think it's a 10. Maybe 9-9, because there might be a couple of little wounds. So maybe it's 9. I think we have a 10.
Do you think his wife should run for governor?
We get along very friendly. But he wants it too, I will tell you. He's coming here next week. He wants to end it too. We had a tremendous success with Iran. They won't have me. Somebody said, when are you going to sign? I said, sign? They are so bombed out. Did you see the report issued this morning? The place was decimated. It'll be years before anybody even gets down there. So that's not a priority, but we'll have a report and we'll have whatever we want. We'll get whatever we want from Iran. And I think, and I hope they want to have a good, well, he wants to, I can tell you he wants to, and I think we'll have it. I think we'll have a deal next week. That's what I think. All right.
Thank you.
Police in Azerbaijan's capital of Baku searched the offices of Russia's state-funded news outlet Sputnik on Monday, local media reported, as tensions rose between the two countries after the deaths of two ethnic Azerbaijanis during a police raid last week in the Russian city of Ekaterinburg. According to Associated Press, Sputnik had continued working in the country via illegal financing, despite having its official accreditation revoked in February 2025, the Ministry of Internal Affairs said. Arrests were made during the search, it said, without elaborating. Images on Azerbaijani media outlets appeared to show two men taken away by masked police. They included Sputnik's Azerbaijan's editor-in-chief, Yevgeny Belousov, and its director, Igor Kharkiv, according to Sputnik's sister outlet, state-owned RIA Novosti. In Moscow, Azerbaijan Ambassador Roman Mustafayev was summoned to the Russian Foreign Ministry after the raid and notified of the illegal detention of Russian journalists, according to ministry spokesperson Maria Zakharova, as cited by the Russian news service Interfax. The search followed official protests from Baku after Russian police raided the homes of ethnic Azerbaijanis in the Ural Mountain city of Ekaterinburg on Friday. Two brothers, Zayadin and Huseyin Safarov, were killed, and several others were seriously injured during the raids, officials said, with 9 people detained. One of the dead was a Russian citizen and the other held both Russian and Azerbaijani citizenship, Huseynli said. Their bodies were being returned to Azerbaijan on Monday. Azerbaijan's foreign ministry said it expected that the matter will be investigated and all perpetrators of violence brought to justice as soon as possible. Russia's investigative committee said Monday that one of the deaths was from heart failure. It did not provide details on the second victim, but said a medical examination would be conducted to determine the exact cause of death for both men.